Hey there, this is Christina Marassi, and thank you to everyone who watched the video last week and shared their deeper desires and also had some lovely compliments for me. Thank you. So I wanted to make this video today because it's the next step, because I shared with you how I was making space for love in 2015, and also that it meant that my business had to support this bigger goal of calling in love. Now, I'll tell you that in the last 2 years, as I've been creating the success that I did, it was great, it was fun, but it was a lot of work. And, I feel like that's not necessarily indicative of the industry or business. What really it's indicative of is our culture that thinks things need to be difficult and that struggle and hard work go together, and that's where you can receive rewards, if you will. So I am determined to change that story, and I'm sure many of you are feeling that too. I think so many of my colleagues and I are having these conversations of how do we bring more of the feminine into business? How do we take a stand for things to be easier? How do we enjoy more? So this is part of the journey and the transition that I'm on. So I wanted to share with you the next step of the leg on this journey, which is I sat myself down and with my team we did some heartstorming, as we like to say, instead of brainstorming, and we were looking at how could we leverage what we already have? How could things be easy? Like in any given moment, there's a pathway of elegant ease available for each one of us. And generally it's kind of just because we're not even able to see it because we're used to working so hard that we aren't able to access it. So it was really interesting. In this process with my team, we were like, oh my God, we could do this. And it was kind of brilliant and wasn't going to take a lot of effort and was going to provide a lot of value. So it was like, well, that's a no-brainer in it. So I wanted to give you a heads up that you're going to be hearing about that very soon in just a couple of days. And I'll share a little bit about it here, that what we came up with is that I've created a lot of material when I've been working with my Confident Business Divas group. It was a 6-month program that then became a 9-month program. And it really was this incredible roadmap of how to, from soup to nuts, of how to create a successful business, both online and offline. And it was like, those materials are just sitting there. And I make some of them available to the public, but not usually the whole kit and caboodle. And so it was like, great, let's turn it into a home study program because there are people who need this material. And then it occurred to me, I was like, wait a minute, that's how I started out. And you'll hear the full story, but I started out with a home study course that gave me like from soup to nuts of how to create an online business. And at the time I wasn't ready for private coaching. I needed that entry point of a home study course. And then at some point I was ready for private coaching. So I wanted to kind of be of service here. Now, as I've said, I do have some room opening up in my calendar to take on some more private clients, so you'll be hearing about that. So that's available for the people who are in that season and ready to kind of take the big leap to work privately with a high-end business coach. But for some people, it's maybe more of a beginning stage, or maybe you've been learning business but it hasn't felt good or it hasn't quite clicked, and you'd like to hear how I teach business, which is through the lens of energetic principles, because my clients do say that it feels different and they hear things differently, and it helps them to understand it more and get behind it more. So I put together a video series to kind of, first of all, show you this overview, this roadmap of what it looks like, because sometimes it's nice to see a bird's eye view of how it all comes together to create a successful business, right? So this video series is coming up, and then you'll be hearing about the home study course too, and it's definitely at a significant discount because I wanted to be able to reach more of you and support more people, and there were materials that were just sitting there. So that's my sharing from example for today of this is a pathway of ease, of elegant ease. So I'd like to challenge you, have a moment, sit down, and maybe you've got someone that you can heartstorm with as well, and really like, how can I get creative here? Like, where is there a pathway of elegant ease that I'm just not even aware of? Because you'd be surprised. I know when I was coaching with my first mentor and I resisted her quite a bit, it was always like, I didn't like option A, I didn't like option B, and what we finally realized is I always liked option C, which is really to me that pathway of elegant ease that you don't normally see or isn't readily available. So I leave you with that today. How would you like to explore your option C? And then definitely stay tuned for the video series coming up. We'll also share some tips and things to support you in the process and also give you a bird's eye view of a successful business and how you take your gifts, get them out into the world, be of service, live a wealthy lifestyle, ecstatic wealth, be able to give back and lead your movements. All right, thanks for coming on the journey, guys. Take care.